Sit, turn type, sit. Good boy. Ruff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Cutting a promo, ladies and gentlemen, and I never want to be one of those podcasters who jump on an episode just to try to get viewers, followers, or listeners because we rant and rage. I never wanted to be those who has that, those viral videos or reels that go out because they're fawning or faking some kind of outrage and such. I'm looking at trying to have I guess, impartial but yet partial, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to get like a down the line sense of what I should say about what's going on with wrestling, especially with WWE. And the more I try to be patient to what's going on, the more I say to myself, why am I even trying to give some kind of like some resolution to what they're doing? What there's if there's actually some kind of proper understanding of why they're doing this. If there's any way that I could feasibly say to the wrestling masters, don't worry, it'll fix itself soon enough. Because once again, just when I think that there's a possibility that things might turn to the way of the fans and we could, right the ship into the right course, we go right back into the bullshit. This past Monday Night Raw, we all had high hopes. We all believe like, hey, new year, new me, right? I had a sense of possibly we can right the wrongs of the years past and just get it together and said, hey, it's a hard reset. And what a hard reset did they do? They took the Travis Scott theme out and put an Eminem song in. And it's a song that's maybe like 3 years old. Yeah, that's what we pretty much, that was our hard reset. Mind you, coming off of the SmackDown a couple of nights earlier, their 3 hour, they returned to the 3 hour, and I wasn't upset with it. I was pleased. I was fine with it. 3 hours, at least we got some wrestling. Not a lot, but a lot more than they usually do. And I was okay with it. I was okay with the Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre angle, even though it took like Drew an hour and a half to light up the picture and such. But I was okay, especially with the possibility of the call ups and what is, you know, what is possibly coming down the pike for, the SmackDown roster, because, they need some help over there, especially with the tag team divisions. They really need to start emphasizing how important the tag teams are on there. They had a moment when they did in SmackDown. They had it, especially with the Street Profits, most of the Machine Guns. Had it. They had it going, but it seems as though that it's fallen by the wayside once again. But hopefully they can right the course, get it back, and let's get some matches that we can look forward to. They have Trick Williams versus Phoenix coming up next SmackDown, so that's cool. And yeah, so SmackDown so far I was fine. Hell, even NXT I was fine with. It's your I don't care what anybody tells me. You can say whatever the hell you want. NXT is the B show, and it's fine. It's the little sister show. We know this. It's fine. Now they're making call ups, and we get to see a landscape change. They're talking about the evolution of the evolution roster being called up to NXT, which is fine. Is that Big Papa Pump coming? So, and that's okay. I'm good with that. Ethan Page, Ricky Starks, Ricky Saints. Hell, it's even entertaining to see what the women are doing. I'm fine with that as well. But Raw, what the fuck? Once again, we get a Raw on Netflix, and I don't know. Do we need to whore ourselves any much more on Raw on Netflix? Advertisement behind advertisement. That main event alone, CM Punk versus Braun Breaker, they might have broken it to 6 commercials. Might have been. And it's sad because how they just it's going to be different. You guys going to want to be at Barclays. Barclays is going to be the place to be, especially with those $130 tickets that are in the rafters. Yeah, awesome. No way, was not happening. But to be fair, Barclays actually, there's no bad seat in Barclays. It's fine. It's just how much whoring do we need to do these days? How much? But this with the ads on the rings on a ring apron, and this match is brought to you by Stranger Things. Another horrendous thing that they did. Oh, it's God, horrible marketing. You didn't even get any of the stars of the show. No one cared. It was done after the series finale. So I was like, all right, we were already done with that. Then we get the show itself, and it's bland. Another show that's running for you giving us 3 hours on Netflix, and I believe you have more commercials than you have matches or time of matches. They should actually do we should do a count to see how much time and ads that they have as opposed to time and for match length. It's ridiculous. And then they want you to sit here and invest your time and go, hey, Raw, Netflix, right? You guys gonna watch? Numbers are going down everywhere. Everywhere. Because people are getting tired of the bullshit. You've now become a clip show. People are watching you guys in clips. It's annoying. Nobody wants to sit there and invest their time 3 hours for just ads, long-winded hell, I was even bored with AJ and Gunther's promo. Two of my favorites in the company. And it was boring. AJ and Gunther. Easy moneymaker match right there. Easy. Boring. Ridiculous. And I know everybody was like, well, people were just mad because they thought Jericho was going to come out. I didn't care. I knew he wasn't going to come out. It would have been cool, but I knew he wasn't going to come out. The only thing that was halfway decent or above average on that night was the main event. That's it. CM Punk versus Braun Breaker. That's it. Braun is going to get himself legitimately hurt if he keeps doing the dumb shit. Once again, almost landed on his fucking head. But other than that, the guy is a star in the making. I'm just saying, what else are we going to do to correct this? Oh, you're showing ads for a show about the creative side of WWE, and the creative side of WWE is shit. Garbage. Why watch this thing? I never watched season 1. I'm definitely not going to watch season 2. If I want to see how shit is made, I could just look at somebody take a dump in a bowl. I could watch them eat Mexican food or Indian food and watch the process from there. If I want exotic shit being made, I could have them eat that. If I want to see regular shit being made, eat a pizza. Let me see the digestive system and how it flows through. That'll be more interesting than fucking watching the creative aspect of WWE. You really got to think of the mental process that goes into putting together a formulaic show every week. Shut up. Because how is it that your B show, NXT, actually has more creative? The end of the last show was on a fucking cliffhanger. When the fuck did Raw have a cliffhanger? Obafemi just dropped the belt. A cliffhanger in wrestling. God, really? That's awesome. Obafemi drops the belt right before the show ends. A cliffhanger. Yes, that can work sometimes. But Raw, we just leave you out there, just say, hey, watch all the ads for the new upcoming season of Star Search. Fucking ridiculous. It is fucking ridiculous. All this goddamn money this company makes, and yet still has to stay, I guess, above water with all the fucking ads, because they're not producing any wrestling. What other match was on there? Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree. Okay. Liv Morgan and Lyra Valkyria. Okay. Nothing else popped on this night. Nothing. With all you got there going on, Raw is in trouble. In trouble. And I hope they don't take SmackDown with it. And leave NXT the fuck alone. Horrible. New Year's RAWs-elution was shit because you didn't do anything. You didn't change the landscape. You did nothing different. It's garbage. And it's continuing to be garbage. And don't think if you bring Jericho in, if it does happen, if it becomes, he's going to fix everything. It's not. It's garbage. You got to do something. You got to take whatever fucking creative that's there, whatever people you got there now, get them out. Get them out. Hard reset. And I've been telling you guys for the longest, get comic book writers. Get writers from fucking Marvel or DC. People who know what balance of battles between good and evil are. Who knows how to build a story of why a superhero becomes a superhero and why a villain becomes a villain and why people are interested in villains and their backstories and why people gravitate to heroes. And I've always said it. You could take old wrestling stories, shine them up, and make them look like they're new. It's been done. Rinse, wash, repeat. But as long as you know how to use a different fabric softener and a different detergent, it'll come out clean and no one will know that there's a stain on it or it's been used before, or it's worn before. But yet still, you don't want to comply with logic. 3 hours of a show. Can I get at least maybe an hour and a half of wrestling? If that, because I know the other hour is gonna be fucking ads. The other half, you could just do promos. You don't need 10-minute promos. There's no need for one. Can we start a show right off the rip with a freaking match? I don't need somebody coming out telling me how god awful the city there it is. Start a fucking show with a match. Let's go. It's wrestle time. If I wanted to get talked to, I'd be chastised at work, waiting for a fucking a breakdown of what I gotta do for the rest of the day. I don't need somebody to tell me, the reason why we come to this town is because you guys are sick and need some form of entertainment because you guys are awful and pitiful, just as the enter sports team name here. Don't need to start the show with that. Just start with a fucking match. God, please. It's a 3-hour show. If you want to talk, you could talk after a match. Oh, why don't you write for WWE? I wish they would. I wish they would give me the opportunity to. I wish they would. All I need is one show. Give me one show. One show. I would never have to write for you again. Just one show. The opportunity to write for one show. Using the same story that you had, the whatever story arcs you have now, same ones. I bet you that I can shine that shit up real nice. Give it some gloss. Give it a little spray here, a little scent there. And that turd you got called Raw will become a diamond. Because Raw is shit. Like I said, guys, I never wanted to do these fucking these rage fucking episodes, but I'm tired of this. Hey guys, check out this week's Raw. It is going to change the game. And it did nothing but make me want to throw my controller because it was fucking awful. But what were your thoughts on this past week's Raw? Guys, make sure you like and follow us here on New York Wrestle Media. Hit the notification bell and let you guys know when an episode goes up. Got big stuff coming on the Turnbuckle Tabloid side of New York Wrestle Media. We got the tabbies will be coming up soon enough. We're discussing the nominees, and you, the listeners, the viewers, and such will be able to partake in the voting of the nominees for said categories. So I'll check it out. Make sure you guys like and subscribe as well on our Facebook page, New York Wrestle Media, as well as on Instagram, New York Wrestle Media. And I'll also throw up some stuff on there on TikTok so you can vote there as well. So yeah. Hope you guys are not getting sick, especially this season. The flu is bad this year. So I want to make sure you guys are staying well. I've been getting drunk on NyQuil, and I've been getting such sleep from that. Wow, it's been amazing. But yeah, guys, make sure you also follow us on all the podcasting outlets as well. And please show some love to all the crew in New York Wrestle Media. And yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up here for this segment of Cutting a Promo. And as always, guys, check you guys in a sec. In a sec.
2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Sit, turn type, sit. Good boy.